3, 2, 1, start. The appellant and the respondent entered into an agreement for sale of the property in dispute on 21st December 2005 for a sum of rupees 6 crore 99 lakh 4,079, in which an advance of rupees 2 crore 250 was paid to the respondent at that time of executing the agreement for sale. Full stop. One of the stipulations in the agreement for sale was that the balance amount of the consideration money shall be paid to the respondent at the time of registration of the sale deed, which shall be executed within 60 days from the date of execution of the agreement for sale. Full stop. The agreement for sale specifically mentioned that it was the obligation of the respondent to keep the title good till the execution and registration of the sale deed, and further to keep the property in dispute free from all encumbrances or charges. Full stop. It was also agreed that the respondent shall pay all rates, taxes, and cesses in regard to the property in dispute up to the date of sale and all dues prior to the sale deed. Full stop. It was further agreed that in case of dispute, the same should be referred to arbitration under the provisions of Arbitration and Conciliation Act, 1996, open bracket, in short, the Act, bracket close, full stop. The respondent borrowed funds from K.S.D.C. and various other financial institutions for installation of various kinds of machineries in the factory, thereby created equitable mortgage by way of deposit of title deeds with various financial institutions. It was clearly understood that at the time of registration of the sale deed, vacant and peaceful physical possession of property in dispute would be delivered by the respondent to the appellant, and that the respondent would be bound to remove all plants and machineries from their factory in order to deliver possession to the appellant after clearing all its dues to the various financial institutions, and keep the title deed ready. Full stop. For the purpose of execution of the sale deed, the appellant started doubting its bona fide and, therefore, by a letter oblique notice dated 18th of February 2006, called upon the respondent to execute the sale deed so that the vacant possession of the property in dispute could be delivered to him. Full stop. On 20th of February 2006, the appellant received a letter from the respondent asking him to complete the sale transaction on the very next day, that is, on 21st of February 2006. Full stop. After the receipt of the letter mentioned above, the appellant approached the respondent and requested the respondent to perform their part of the obligation. The respondent assured the appellant that they would require some more time to remove machineries from the property in dispute, as they were in large numbers and very huge in size. Full stop. They also informed the appellant that they required some more time to make alternative arrangement of other premises where their plants and machineries could be kept as they were very expensive and involved a lot of money. Full stop. As the appellant had already paid an amount of rupees 2 crore 250 to the respondent, comma, he had no choice but to keep quiet. Now, comma, in the present case, during the course of counting, comma, an application was made to the Election Commission of India, comma, wherein it has been stated that there was difference in signature of the presiding officer on the ballot papers. Full stop. It was alleged that the candidate of Rashtriya Janata Dal had received 99% of the votes. In respect of another two booths, comma, there was another application, comma, although the same could not be produced in original, but there was allegation that there were irregularities in the signature of the presiding officer of booth number 22. Full stop. He filed another application for recounting before the Chief Election Commissioner, comma, New Delhi, wherein grounds raised that the appellant lost the election by a margin of 265 votes, whereas number of votes rejected were 2000 and several votes were wrongly declared invalid. It was also alleged that there was irregularities in the signatures of the presiding officers of booth number 225. Full stop. But the learned judge found that a new case was sought to be developed, that huge number of ballot papers of booth number 225 did not even bear the signatures of the presiding officers, and there was no distinguishing marks of the booths itself, comma, which was not the case when they filed the petition before the returning officer or the Election Commission of India. Full stop. The learned single judge, after examining the matter, found that the ground which was raised before the Election Commission of India and the ground which were raised by the appellant for recounting before the returning officer were different. But after going through the matter, comma, he observed that the petition, in order to substantiate the case for recount, has to make a definite case with a specific allegation before the returning officer. Full stop. He found that grounds sought to be raised before the returning officer and before the election commission were at variance. Full stop. He further observed that if at the time of the counting, comma, the election agent raised objection and no good reasons were given by the returning officer for rejection, comma, then that could make out a case for recounting under section 63 of the act. Full stop. But no such case was made out. Full stop. Similarly, comma, learned judge found that allegation during the trial also were not substantiated by oral or documentary evidence. Full stop. It was also alleged that there was a difference in signature of the returning officer in the ballots. Full stop. Subsequently, comma, the case put up that the ballots did not bear the signature of the presiding officer at all, and there was no distinguishing marks of the booths in the ballots. Full stop. Learned single judge found that the attempt was made to improve the case from stage to stage. Therefore, allegations lack bona fide and makes it doubtful. Full stop. Learned single judge has also found that allegations of missing ballots and double marking brought out in the election petition, but no such evidence was laid in support of the allegations.